Aiden, what's up, buddy? Thanks so much for sending in your swing again and just going through it, man. You've done such a great job of making the adjustments we were talking about last time. And I have the old swing up there for us to reference, but obviously we're going to be looking at the bottom one a little bit more. So I want to show you some of the things that really stood out to me last time. We kind of talked about keeping that box with the upper half out here. It's not quite a box down here. I mean, that is a beautiful square right there. And you do a great job of keeping it through contact. So we can also see it's turning with your body down here. It could be a little bit better. You could think about taking that elbow right to that belly button. It's going to keep it a little bit tighter. But man, look at this part right here. See the angle of your barrel right here? There versus away from your body. Such a stronger, more compact turn here. All right. Beautiful job at contact. That arm's bent a little bit. Okay, it's just going to keep you in the zone, make you a little bit more adjustable. And then a nice turn through. So you've done a great job with that. Now, let's make adjustments with it because you're turning the barrel a lot better instead of pushing it through. I want to give you some cues that should help get you a little bit more power, right? So there's going to be two areas we're going to look at. That back foot down here is what I want to look at first, right? And look at your favorite hitters because right now it's kind of, you're anchored back here just kind of doing the squash the bug. We want those hips to rotate so fast that foot is going to come forward and off the ground just a little bit, all right? Especially if you watch pool hosts, all the great guys, they're going to have at contact their heel be in front of their toes. So your toes would be back here and your heel would be ahead of it at contact. That's releasing the hips all the way because you're just kind of turning through a little bit more than I would like, okay? Kind of sitting back there. So a couple of cues for that. From launch, take that shin and throw it down into the ground, all right? That's going to be your only thought. Take it and throw it into the ground. That's going to keep those hips moving and it working forward instead of sitting back and just rotating, all right? That's going to clean up a lot of the action there. And then the only other part I want you to work at and then send it back in is going to be that wall that we're going to draw here with that back leg. That knee should not go outside of, see right here how it's that knee's right over that foot. When we load, you're kind of just loading back and that knee's going the wrong direction. We want to keep that foot, knee, and hip, all right? So instead of just moving back, I want you to think of loading into that hip. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. So a couple of cues that really help is when you load, push into that heel down into the ground as hard as possible, all right? And making sure that that knee stays inside the toes, all right? Because that's going to be a lot of power that you're losing. And you can see that the body is kind of stuck back here, all right? Think about being 50-50. If I were guarding somebody in basketball, that's how I want to be instead of being all the weight just kind of stuck on that back leg. All right, think about being 50-50, loading into that back hip, and that's going to give you a ton more power. But you're doing a great job. Those few things are going to clean up a lot of the other things, but you've made a ton of progress, and I have no doubt that you're going to keep working it.